After 22 years on the radio, we couldn't stay quiet for long.
We're Lori and Julia, still loud.
Pop culture, gossip, books, TV, music,
and probably a little too much laughter.
Let's do this.
Here we are. We're Lori and Julia. And guess what?
We're still loud.
Yes, we are. Okay, we are back and we have such an exciting podcast today. Lori called me yesterday, like, I can't wait to talk to you. We have so much to go over, so buckle up or get your walking shoes on.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
And let's get at it, because you've been so excited to tell me something, and I've got something so exciting to tell you.
Okay, so, mine is, like, ridiculous. So when we last potted...
Yes.
Which was last Friday's, I told you about this experience I had going to the ER and having... cramping in my stomach. And I had I have a viral inflammation of my entire gastrointestinal tract, and nothing. It's just a viral infection. Who knew? Apparently you can get a virus anywhere.
And you have the wonky stomach.
Yes.
So this makes sense that you would get it in that particular corner of the world on your body.
That's right. And I just thought it was a diverticulitis attack.
Right.
And so it's an extreme amount of cramping, as I told you. And so one of the ways that I make myself feel better about a medical situation that arises is that I come up with a theory about what is happening in my body and why it's happening. And I realized that I think of and then your phone is listening, because in the ER, since I was in the ER, my phone gives me so many bowel, gastrointestinal, I'm getting tons of ads for that situation. So you act like an accordion squeeze box. So
your body, your stomach.
And what are you doing when you get the accordion squeeze box, Julia? What is the after effect of all of this?
You have you store.
Okay, 4 days, no smell,
just gas.
Train.
It's all of the oxygen in your colon, in your stomach and stuff is just getting out, and there's nothing to stop it.
As the viral infection is.
So you're a tutor.
I'm a tootie booty, and I was at a dance place on Friday night, and they were just ripping. But the band, the Jimmies, was loud, and like I said, there's no smell, there's no noxious after effect that I need, and I just embraced the tooting, like tooting while walking, and I was tooting while dancing.
Would you rather always toot or always have indigestion?
No, I'd rather toot. Get it out. Get the gas out. It's like a baby burping a baby. They get an upset stomach. So the tooting has stopped. I'm happy to report, and I was able to do Pilates without any accidental tootie. But the tootie booty dancing was really special.
Because I remember someone in our family who maybe isn't with us anymore would just walk and toot, and no smell, and no acknowledgement of the tooting.
No, but remember, we learned about fart walking at Thanksgiving, that it is a time-honored tradition that our every parent has known, walk and get a little gas out. You'll feel so much better.
It does feel better.
And so I finally feel like I might get to have a glass of wine. I might be wild and get a glass of wine, because I've had to be on the brat diet. I'm kind of hangry because I've eaten so many packets of saltines as nourishment.
Did you buy it in the grocery store in packets, or do you pack it in your own baggie?
No, I got I got the one, the name brand one, and they came in sleeves of 20 instead of 50.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and so I was like, that's a lunch.
You're so right. And no protein. How did you even get protein in this week?
Because there's been no protein except for my yogurt.
Okay. Do you know what's funny about the saltines? Mm-hmm. And I'm digressing always.
Yeah.
Is that when I made my crack cookies this year?
Yeah.
My Christmas cookies.
Did you use cheap crackers?
No. Oh. They've shrunk. They've shrunk so much they don't fit the same way.
Oh.
Saltines size.
The size, yes.
So
they used to be puffier.
And they used to be a little bigger.
Yeah.
So it's just a little observation in the shrinkage.
Well, I can't wait to stop eating saltines.
Well, I'm glad you're doing better.
Yeah.
You look like you're doing better.
Yeah, so much better. So anyway.
Can I tell you what I did?
Yes.
Okay, so I've had such a full-on grandchild daughter-in-law to be weekend, girlfriend of another kid of mine weekend. So much fun. We went dress shopping yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Because the wedding
The
is
bride.
in August. The bride. I went with the bride. Yeah, not for myself.
Oh,
And you...
how fun is that?
I'm so excited. So we went to Anthropologie, and their wedding area is in Edina.
Okay.
At that Anthropologie right on 50th and France.
Yes, I know that store well. It's lovely.
It's lovely. And Mari was the gal who helped us, who was lovely. But you make an appointment, you go in, and it was her sister, Leah, shout out to Leah, and Lauren and I, and we just had so much fun. And they get everything ready for you.
Did she find a dress?
Well, we were there.
Okay.
And
then
they have sale racks, and they have clearance stuff too. So you can.
Because it's a summer wedding. It's an August wedding. She's not wearing a winter gown.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't know so much that the gowns change that much between seasons.
Oh, you don't?
I don't think so. I don't know though.
Yeah.
I mean, never.
You were just dress shopping.
Well,
what were they showing? Sleeveless?
Everything's sleeveless.
Everything.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. Okay, I get what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then we went to Wowed, Woved, or Vowed. It's Vowed.
Vowed.
And it's down by Envision, downtown Minneapolis.
Okay.
And that was a beautiful experience too. I mean, it's so different.
Did you have champagne?
They did. I didn't want any. It was too early.
But they offered it.
Yeah, they did.
Nice.
I played pickleball last night.
Okay.
But it was so lovely.
Fun.
And then we ended up.
You're having daughter moments.
Lori.
You're having girl moments.
I'm having girl moments.
Yeah.
And then the grandkids, there was hockey this weekend and basketball. It was just so fun. It was a fun weekend.
Yeah.
I loved it, loved it, loved it. And I'm dying now to get in to the juiciest story that we have seen in a long time. Anyway, I feel really blessed because I'm getting this excellent gal as my daughter-in-law, and it was just so fun to be included.
Of course.
It was just fun.
Absolutely.
I loved it.
Anytime a friend says to me, I need help with dress shopping, I'm insulted, quite frankly, if they don't ask me for help.
Oh, gosh, you're so funny. You know why? And then you sent me because mother of Allison Kaplan's business has a big event in February for mother of the bride, groom.
Tell me you're going.
I am.
Okay.
But thanks for sending me that. And so I'm just starting to get excited.
Yes.
But here, I'm just going to show you can't say anything except for probably wow.
Oh, you're going to show me a picture of the dress?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Top secret information being traded right now.
It has clips because it has to be brought in.
Oh, beautiful.
Isn't
love
it? Isn't it?
Love it. Love
Isn't
it.
it?
Love it.
And she's so happy and pretty.
And I love the color of the white because
Yes.
there are different shades of white.
Big time. And different types of fabrics. And
Fabric.
I'm just such a fabric.
Remember my second wedding? I had the peau de soie.
And what does that mean again?
It's more like a raw silk.
Right.
Is what it is.
And what color was that dress?
It was ivory. An eggshell white, not a pure white.
That was a really pretty dress.
That was
a beautiful dress.
Stunning. Oh, I
Did you
closed
spend
my
on
eyes
that?
and I could just
You
see
spent
it.
a fortune on that.
$2,500, which in 1993 was
That's a lot of money.
Julia,
But
I didn't care. I just
You
opened
didn't
a
have to
new
pay.
checking account. I opened a new credit card and just said, charge it.
it was that was your second wedding, right? And then with
Yes.
Casey, you had a different dress.
I had the dress that your first husband encouraged me to buy
Yes.
when I said there is a
$700.
Yeah, it was a Richard Tyler
Right, at Nordstrom.
dress that you would wear to the Oscars. Beaded, black, simple. Anyone could wear it today. It's somebody vintage really should have that dress, but it does still fit me. And it was like a $3,000 dress marked down to $700.
Right.
And I called you because I knew you would talk me out of it. And your husband answered the phone.
yes.
And he said, buy it. You never know. You might get married again.
It was number 3 at the time. That's really funny.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So he didn't talk me out of it at all.
No.
He was I thought for sure. And he's like, when are you ever going to be single that you can buy a dress without anyone giving you any crap? I mean, he was really pro-woman on that one.
Which he is a lot, but
Yeah,
that was so great. Okay, so
Oh my gosh. Well, I heard from so many people about this story. So yesterday, Brooklyn Beckham posted a Dear Diary 6-page Instagram thing. Obviously had some help crafting it because he used big words about this riff with his mom and dad, David Beckham, the soccer player, and Victoria Posh Spice Beckham, whatever her name is.
And who has a beautiful line of makeup right now.
And
clothing. And
clothing.
She's become a successful fashion designer.
There was a story in the Daily Mail.
Go back a little bit.
Okay.
Though.
Well, the Beckhams, we didn't know a lot of this stuff. He is confirming a lot of gossip in these 6 pages on his Instagram, and it is still up. And he's used a few big words, which I know he had some PR help, but he also used some phrases that sounded like his voice, and it was so cringy. And I don't know, I'm curious to get your take on this because you're the parent about how you feel. It is an extreme amount of dirty laundry that he's airing because he feels that his parents have waged a PR war like the royals have against Harry and Meghan, and that they are smearing him, and he had to stand up and set the record straight.
So going back probably 4 years, maybe 5 years, Brooklyn Beckham married
Nicola
Peltz.
3 years ago.
It was just 3 years.
Just 3
and she's a child of a billionaire.
Yes.
And she's acted a little. We've seen her.
She's notable for getting 2 Razzie nominations.
Yeah,
And we really haven't seen her in much since the CW closed.
And he's notable kind of trying to find his way.
Yes.
You know, he's trying to be a chef.
He's very much a Nepo baby who doesn't know what he wants to be.
He kind of is. And so at their wedding, the big deal was that
the gossip
was that Nicola, his future wife, didn't want to wear a Victoria Beckham wear a Victoria Beckham wedding dress.
Well, Brooklyn addresses that in the 6-page.
Okay.
He says that Victoria Beckham decided at the last minute, his mother, not to do the wedding dress, leaving Nicola in a lurch. Because as everyone knows, if you're going to wear couture for your wedding, you need to do it a year in advance.
You really do.
So that's what he calls the 11th hour. But the stories that were planted or that were heavily winning the PR battle was that Nicola dismissed Victoria's dress and went with an Oscar de la Renta or something like that. And he said, au contraire, My mom ditched it.
Ditched it because she thought it was too much with the wedding and everything. And there was a lot of scandal around the wedding planner for that wedding because the Peltz billionaire family sued the wedding planner.
The original wedding planner.
So there was so much
leaks coming everywhere.
And none of them positive.
None of them positive.
Okay. But David and Victoria and the rest of the Beckham family did go to the wedding.
Yes, they were at the wedding. Apparently there was all kinds of beef at the wedding about seating, where the tables were.
Gosh.
Brooklyn goes into that detail about that. And he also,
the stories over the years have just been that there has been this wedge.
Well, the wedges, according to Brooklyn, is that his parents told him flat out that Nicola was not good enough for him. And that they didn't like her, and he shouldn't get married to her. Well, anybody with an ounce of sense, even me as a bonus mom and an auntie, no, you cannot talk people out of their orgasmic love hazes. They must make their own mistake. And if you, as a parent, disparage the person that they love,
you're going to lose.
You're going to lose. And I guess the only way that, like if there's like physical abuse or, stuff like that is going on where you, but
or
this was just they didn't like her, and
and they made it known to him. That's just that is everything
according to him, and he writes about this.
Okay. Can I just hold you right there for a second? I can't wait to get at it, but I do want to get at our sponsors because we started this podcast and we had all these sponsors jump on right away. And we're so proud to be working with them. And we hope and encourage you guys to go and support these people because that's the only reason we're here.
That is true.
That is the only reason here. Besides, we love doing this and entertaining.
We do.
And so you said,
today is the 1-year anniversary of a small group travel trip I did to Cambodia and Vietnam last year. And the 4 women that I became close with and were in this text, they all sent different pictures. It's our 1-year friend anniversary. And one of the things that is really great about going on a small group trip, and we're going, and we've traveled before with Borton overseas, is that you do meet people and you have a very stress-free holiday that is planned for you with staying in the hotels that are in the right part of town, doing excursions and doing things that
transportation is all set up. You don't have to worry about any of that. Meals are like probably over half the meals are included.
And so just all the thinking, and all you have to do is socialize and have fun. And it is a great new way to meet new people and make a new friend. I guarantee.
And see,
but I guarantee you'll make a new friend. And that, if you're a solo traveler, don't be afraid to join us on our Spectacular Scandinavia in May.
Or if that doesn't work for you, they have so many other fantastic trips. Go to BortonOverseas.com. I mean, I still am friends with people we went to Iceland with 6, 7, 9 years ago or whenever that first one was.
Yeah.
I just love that. Thanks for reminding people of that. Okay, so you sent me some cute pictures of you in some new glasses. What's up?
Oh my gosh. So Saturday I thought, who cares about the cold? I'm going out. I'm going to Envision on Grand Avenue. And of course, one of the things we've always loved about Envision, and we have shopped there for a long time, 20 plus years, is that
I think 22.
Yeah, the staff, though,
it's probably 24 now.
The staff is long-term. They are there. They're passionate about eyewear, and our eyeglass whisperers, Kat, and anyway, they were like, Lori, where's Julia? And I'm like, it's just me today. I've got to get some new glasses. So I had so much fun modeling, trying on glasses, and just absolutely,
they know what works on your face.
Yes.
Because that second pair of the eyeglasses, because I know you got sunglasses too, the eyeglasses are so gorgeous on you.
Yeah, Leisure Society. They had them they were like, we're saying you would look so great in these glasses.
Stop.
Yeah, so it's a new line that Envision has.
Leisure Society. I mean, they look so good on you.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a little Insta post of some of these glasses. But Fossa, I had an old pair of Fossa. They replaced the nose pads, just tighten things up. Help me narrow down, because I did find literally 6 pairs of glasses.
And you ended up with 2?
Yes.
That's pretty good for you.
Yeah.
They are so great there. And they've got a location
in Edina at the Galleria.
In Edina, which is beautiful. And they're all beautiful. Grand Avenue, you were at Grand Victoria, in the North Loop, downtown Minneapolis. And where's he at? Minnetonka.
By Ridgedale.
Minnetonka. Mm-hmm. So we absolutely love Envision and know you will get amazing service that you've never had. If it's the first time for you, you're in for a treat. Envision-optical.com for store hours, locations, but please mention Lori and Julia when you go there.
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
All right.
Back to Brooklyn Beckham and airing all the family dirty laundry and being very specific and
on Instagram
yesterday. And knocking down rumors. And apparently the Straw this weekend, there was a story in the Daily Mail.
Okay.
And he accuses his parents of basically playing the same game. And there were stories that he's being controlled by his wife and he wants to leave his marriage. And he said that was the reason, that story in the Daily Mail, which was then picked up by Page Six and everywhere else, that he had to take a stand for his wife because that's simply not true.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask you. And we know right now Harry of Harry and Meghan is suing the Daily Mail, and it's going to trial this week.
Yes.
So do you not think there's a chance that the Daily Mail just wrote this BS because they do?
This is what they do, but the Daily Mail is in big trouble with this Harry thing because it's Elizabeth Hurley, Elton John. It goes all the way back to when he dated Chelsea Davy. It is alleged that they spent $3 million a year on dirty tricks spying on Harry, and then a couple million on Elton and Elizabeth Hurley and the Jude Law's ex-wife.
Oh, yeah.
That was Sophie or Sadie Frost.
Yes.
She's part of this
lawsuit. Is Hugh Grant part of it?
He took a settlement because
that's right.
he could. But anyway, Even Tom Sykes at the Daily Beast, who's very pro-royal, said this is going to look so bad. And of course, Rupert Murdoch, he's the most evil man in the
owns
world.
the Daily Mail.
And Fox News. But I'm just saying that that's what the paper traffics in. It's easy to plant stories directly from sources.
Yeah, so you do think Victoria and David Beckham had something to do
Yes.
with this story about their breaking up?
And here's the problem. Okay, these two did make it, and they have been on tabloid covers for 27 years.
The Beckhams?
Yes,
Okay,
but they
yep.
made it. He's been knighted, all this stuff.
I've watched their specials.
Yeah, but for 27 years, they've had tongues wagging. So Lady Beckham but the problem is that they've raised kind of dumb kids.
Oh, Lori.
No, they have, because these kids haven't had to struggle they get everything handed to them. And so there's something to be said.
Entitled children.
Entitled.
Which would be kind of, yeah.
It kind of makes you a moron. You're slow to grow up. So when he's at 23 falling in love with Nicola Peltz and Lady Beckham, Victoria Posh, she realizes that, Roger Friedman gave us this story. Peltz, Nelson Peltz, Nicola's dad, he's 83. If you Google him, he is the bad guy in every business story in which he appears.
Okay.
How do you think he became worth $17 billion? It wasn't having to take soccer balls to the head or listening to strangers say you couldn't sing. And Peltz, this is from Roger Friedman at Showbiz 411. He's been married twice. He has 2 children from his first wife, 8 with his second wife, Claudia Hefner. And Nicola is child number 5 between Claudia and her father, okay? But here's what I think why the Beckhams didn't like Nicola.
Okay.
Not just because
they're her dad.
Nelson is a bad guy.
Business practices.
And is worth
it's $18 billion.
So much money.
Yep.
But they found out that his second wife, Claudia, her sister, Shandy, and that's with CH, if you're looking for a new dancing name, she got herself adopted by billionaire Doris Duke and inherited $65 million.
So she was a scammer. Shandy was a scammer.
Shandy was a scammer and got adopted by Doris Duke. Google Doris Duke.
We had shows on Doris Duke.
Yeah. And so when she married Brooklyn Beckham in 2022, she was a failed actress, 5 years older than Brooklyn, who was 23.
Yep.
And that is a tender age.
Yes, it is.
Still,
yes, it is.
He was barely an adult, and he had nothing other than he did Instagram cooking videos. Mm-hmm. And his only claim to fame were his parents.
Yeah.
So,
and that's the reason why we even would follow, of course, anything about him.
And he prefers his wife's much wealthier family and even changed his name to Brooklyn Peltz Beckham legally.
Are you kidding?
No. And that's why
that's happening in marriages.
Yeah,
so
but that's why they redid their vows last year, because he felt his parents ruined his wedding. And the most cringy
his parents
thing
ruined the wedding.
The wedding.
The original
wedding. And the most damning thing that he writes about,
okay,
is the dance. He writes
at the first wedding.
Okay. Mark Anthony was singing.
Okay. Lovely. He was in
Miami. He was going to sing, and he and Nicola had practiced a romantic dance. So that means they went and had lessons and they had a planned dance. Mark Anthony introduces the most beautiful woman in the world for the first dance, and he introduces Victoria Beckham.
Are you kidding me?
No. And Brooklyn has to dance the first dance with his mother, not his bride. And
but was that a mistake on Mark Anthony's part? I mean, how would that happen? I mean, Lori.
Again, Julia,
that doesn't happen.
Okay, that's right. And then I'm quoting from Brooklyn's story.
Okay.
And then
he's detailing this.
She danced very inappropriately on me during the dance, and I was humiliated and embarrassed and ran off the dance floor because my wife had left the dance floor after her and was completely humiliated because she danced very inappropriately on me. Is that grinding? Is that holding his head to her bosom?
Would he not get out of his chair and she did a lap dance?
No,
I don't know.
First of all, we need people at this wedding to.
Isn't that fine? Well, here's
they
a
all
situation.
signed NDAs.
But you think that he would have said, no, excuse me, let's bring out my wife.
He was so
shocked. The most beautiful woman in the world.
And that is an old story that came out like last summer, that Mark Anthony had introduced Victoria Beckham as the most beautiful woman in the room. And of course, everyone knows, on a wedding day, that title
goes to the bride.
Absolute, without a doubt. All eyes on the bride.
Oh, gosh, Lori.
So he is being very specific in this thing. But unfortunately for Victoria, and they have kind of themselves somewhat to blame for kind of raising a moron who did not realize that is just something. But at the same time, he is still only now 26 years old.
Yeah, he really is young.
He's young. And
what is she, 31?
This is going to take, his parents are going to have to eat some crow, I think, if they want to make up with their son. And I think at some point, someone will talk him into taking that down. But the screenshots have been done and the stories have been written.
It's all in black with white letters.
Yes.
And it's Dear Diary.
It is, with some PR, because there's some words that are used that are PR, but she danced very inappropriately on me. And I ran out, as soon as the song was over. And
for my entire life, this was what got me. In this Brooklyn Beckham diary posting, I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. For my entire life, my parents have controlled narratives to the press about our family. The performative social media posts at family events and inauthentic relationships have been a fixture of my life, of the life I was born into. Recently, I've seen them with my own eyes, the lengths that they'll go through to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people, to preserve their own facade. But I believe the truth always comes out.
Well, then he lays out all the truth because that's the beginning of his Instagram. And if you remember, we were on the radio when Beckham totally got busted having an affair with his assistant when he went to the Spanish team.
Mm-hmm.
And those two, they were so quick to do the family photo op and all of this.
They're big brands. Yeah.
But he was flat out. And of course, that is between them. If they wanted to stay together, there have been lots of people stage these things. But I mean, imagine being a kid and you're in the middle of all of that amplification about your parents' embarrassing love life.
Okay, if it was my child, first of all, note to self, do not ever say anything wrong about their partner that they're in love with. Unless it matters.
You already knew that.
Of course I know that. You never win. But the bigger piece is you never want to air your dirty laundry in public. That's just...
But see, he feels that they're airing because this latest story over the weekend was that he is being controlled by his wife. Mm-hmm. He wants to get back to England and he's trapped because of all the money. But now,
I'm sure he signed a big prenup.
Yeah, I mean, this guy has 10 children and he's got plenty of money. But
I feel like Brooklyn needs to find himself.
If you Google old Nelson Peltz, you will see that he is in the bad billionaires club.
So what would you recommend right now? If you were, I would recommend Brooklyn take it down immediately.
I would take it down.
His social media post.
Yeah, and I would maybe even go silent on Instagram, and maybe he needs to write a letter to his parents and then burn it, and keep writing until he gets all the feelings out. And then his parents, of course, are going to have a come to Jesus moment. I feel sorry for Victoria. I can't believe she's listened to that voice for 27 years. He must bring it down when they're having sexy time.
Oh, you're so funny. He's so
his
hot.
voice.
He's so hot, though, Lori. Oh, gosh. I watched his...
Even with his shoe polish hair?
I think he's hot.
Oh, but he did get a hair transplant. Apparently, everybody goes to Turkey, and
I do know that.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing for like people who want the height of discretion. No one can know that even though we all have eyes, and one day you had hair and then the next you didn't. So,
and you can just go to Hair Restoration Institute of Minnesota right here.
Instead of going to Turkey.
It's right here, and you trust. I could never go to another country. But you bring that up. And hair transplants, men have been doing them forever. And women, we can do it too. Our hair works the same way as a man's.
It might even be easier to do because of the way we can wear our hair.
Right. And covering it up a little bit, have a little more discretion. But I just can't say enough about Hair Restoration Institute of Minnesota. I've worked with them on and off for years.
They helped Casey.
Yeah, they did.
My husband, he did a hair transplant.
They have solutions.
Yes, they do.
And they, not just hair transplant, there's so many other non-surgical solutions. Yes. And I've been noticing, and I know you have, because I did your
microbangs, which are very in for spring of 2026.
This is all my hair growth.
From my those micro baby bangs
from
girl.
My restoration hair restoration. Time. It's such a great place to go to, and they offer free consultations. You just have to go to hrimn.com. In the upper right hand corner, click on free consultation. You'll get it set up, and you get a hair analysis at that. So it's going to kind of show you and tell you what's going on, and then they can, give you different paths of how you can work with it, because it's stressful when you lose your hair. And please tell them Lori and Julia sent you, and you can do it virtual or in person. We love, love, love that. Okay, so the Beckhams, that is a dishy,
it's
dishy
a
mess.
It's a very
and I
big
would
mess.
die if my kids posted on social media about me.
Oh yeah. This is a parent's worst absolute nightmare. So, and it's too bad none of this happened a couple of weeks ago when Victoria Beckham was making the rounds for something.
She was making the rounds,
and she was showing up, and she and David are very, there's nobody snobbier than the Brits. Okay, in the aristocratic circles.
Yes,
and that includes the royals. Snobby, we can't even begin to imagine it. Okay. You can't.
Well, sure. Okay.
And so they think of themselves now as aristocratic, not the soccer star and the Spice Girl. So they're
a big deal.
Well, but and no more than they're in their mind, they're the biggest. Mm-hmm. Okay, which they're really not. What's that old saying? You can put pig on a lipstick. Okay.
You can put pig or lipstick on a pig.
Yeah,
usually
there you go.
It's the opposite way.
That's the opposite way. But they're trying very hard, and I bet you anything that they are snubbed there too. Oh, because they're kind of in the celebrity. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
That's why it was so important to David Beckham he be knighted. He sucked up to Charles so hard.
They've known him for years.
But I'm just saying that it means something to them, where you and I are just like, you didn't even want to talk about it when he got knighted. I thought it was hysterical that they wanted it so hard. And Brooklyn is basically confirming all of this. So the people who I think do not come out looking good in this is more Victoria and David.
Yeah. Well, I would say 100%.
Yeah.
But again, I would have never posted. I would have died. Okay.
Oh, I absolutely. Okay, so we must remember the last of the great 20th century courtiers, European fashion designers, has left the building.
Yeah.
Valentino, Mr. Valentino, has died at the age of 93. And first of all, we lost Giorgio Armani in November. I think he was 91.
Wow.
And he, Karl Lagerfeld had passed away like maybe 5 years ago, but Valentino is the last of those guys. It would be Versace and Yves Saint Laurent. Anyway, and Valentino, he only retired, I think, in 2018 or 8, one of those two. But he, looking at the pictures, because he started when he was like, 25. He has quite an origin story. And there is a documentary called Valentino, the Last Great Emperor, which is on streaming. I saw it on an airplane.
Oh, okay.
And it's really, really, really good. And some of his dresses, well, the modern one that comes immediately to mind is Julia Roberts winning for Erin Brockovich in 2001, wearing a vintage Valentino.
Yes.
I think that gown was from
it was black and white.
Black with the white. I mean, just beautiful in her hair. And Jackie Kennedy wore it to her wedding to Aristotle Onassis in 1968. Princess Diana wore a Valentino red dress. That was his signature. They even called it Valentino red. She went to a Paul McCartney performance in 92 with red nylons.
Oh gosh. Remember the colored nylons?
But I mean, Julia Roberts in that dress. Kate Blanchett, when she won for The Aviator, had a stunning yellow belted Valentino on. Gwyneth Paltrow, even though she bugs the hell out of me, she presented at the Emmys in a spring 1963 Valentino gown that was black and white.
Oh, beautiful.
But if you look at photos of him, he was such a cat in a hat.
Oh, he was.
His 70s styles,
Oh, he
all
was.
these looks are back in. He didn't have a mustache, but he had the blown out hair and the thick aviator glasses and a cravat and nice tight pants.
Is
and
it a cravat?
A cravat. I don't know how you
It's
say
the
it.
neck. It's the necktie in a man.
I have one on today.
But yours is a scarf.
Yeah, I guess
A
so.
cravat.
Halle Berry in 1996 wore a lilac
So many
Valentino.
people. I mean, it's just
Sophia Loren, when she got an honorary thing.
Lori keeps showing me pictures. I hope you all are enjoying
know.
all these pictures.
Jennifer Lopez wore a Valentino wedding gown. I knew she had to. I had to find out because she's been married 4 times. When she married the backup dancer, Chris Judge, she had a stunning Valentino bridal gown. And he dressed everybody Kate Hudson at the 2003 Golden Globes wore a dress that you and I were going crazy over because it was very kind of Greek goddess looking.
Yes, I'm going back to where people can watch the documentary.
Yeah.
The Last Empire, which
Emperor.
is about Emperor.
Yeah, Emperor.
It's streaming currently on Netflix, but you can purchase it on Amazon Prime. It
was really, really good. And then Jennifer Lopez wore a very, she wore a Valentino that was very much like the Elizabeth Taylor caftan when she went to the Academy Awards in 2003 with Ben Affleck.
It was beautiful.
It was mint
green off the shoulder. It was beautiful.
It was absolutely beautiful. Anne Hathaway, he shows up. How a lot of people will know Mr. Valentino. You think, oh, I don't know him. Well, if you've ever watched The Devil Wears Prada, he plays himself.
Yes.
They go to a Valentino show.
Yes.
He's perpetually tan.
Always.
He met his business partner, who was his lover for 12 years, and they have been together for 60 years. He ran the business, and Mr. Valentino designed. Only with beauty in mind. And he had 5 homes, London.
Just the name Valentino.
Yeah. Pugs. He always had 5 pugs at a time, and their names always begin with an M. Molly, Mabel.
How do you know that?
Marjorie, because I went into a deep dive.
Oh my gosh. I love when people do silly things like that.
And, he had a show like in 2019 when Valentino he sold the business in early 2000s for like $300 million. But he was still on board as an ambassador, whatever. So his business partner, former lover, talked this company, it wasn't LMVH, to stage a show in Rome, a 3-day fashion show. Do you remember this? In 2019.
I do, actually.
And it was at the Forum, and it was like in all these iconic places in Rome, and everybody was there, famous, A-list, wearing Valentino. Gwyneth Paltrow, I have to say, she was really good buds with him. Jennifer Aniston.
You're so funny. I have to admit.
Yeah.
You can
Naomi
pains you to say
Campbell.
anything nice about her. It's
Oh,
funny.
she's so annoying. She's the most annoying person in the celebrity world
I think
by
you're
far.
so funny. Okay, so let's thank our sponsors.
All right.
We are blessed to have so many, but Minneapolis Plastic Surgery. Excuse me.
No disrespect, Mr. Valentino, but I do think he had a little tightening. He was 93. He looked amazing.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't get that way without the little plastic surgery.
No, you don't. But they're celebrating, they've been in the business over 40 years in the Twin Cities area. Dr. Jarvis offers complimentary consultations.
That's the best.
Which is the best. And we know
not everybody does that.
No. You are exactly right about that. And, the most common procedures are like breast augmentation, implants, lifts, reductions, body tummy tuck, face,
nose,
eyelids, nose, forehead, brows, and just does it so beautifully. Yeah. And just everybody that we know recently, we know quite a few people look gorgeous, don't look scary, Yeah,
you still look the same.
You do. You have Midwest.
Just better.
Yeah.
Refreshed.
Like
you've had a good night's sleep and been on vacation for a month.
Yes. And it's Minneapolis Plastic Surgery. They're located in Golden Valley. Their website to go visit is mpsmn.com. We love them. And then, Lori, I'm so excited. I'm having Twin Cities Closet Company come here next Monday.
Oh.
So I set up an appointment and I'm thrilled. And so they call me back and say, well, what are you looking at? And I said, I kind of don't know, but I need some solutions immediately.
Yeah. You are tight on closet space in this little town.
I am. And you make me store out. If you could see the low J bins and the body perk nipple bins I have here and everything else. But I'm so delighted that they're going to come in. She's called me and did kind of a pre-thing. What are you looking at?
Right.
Here's our time frame.
What's your budget? What do you
We didn't even ask that.
You didn't even have to get to that.
But they work with any size budgets.
Right,
people have $500 and do something. Right. You had little closets and did things.
I did.
I'm just so...
Yeah, I'm good. That's going to be really exciting for you. And you love, also you're going to love getting your diagram, your 3D design thing that you get because they're coming to your house.
They come to my house.
That's so great. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what your custom storage solutions are going to be. So, and their consultations are at no charge to you also. And we go to the website.
tcclosets.com. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I had a...
You had a fur ball.
I had a fur ball in the middle of that.
Look in yourself.
Oh, yeah, but it's tcclosets.com and tell them Lori and Julie. I can't wait, Lori.
Yeah.
I mean, that's been something I've been threatening to do for quite a while.
Okay, so here's a little old school gossip that intrigued me, this story, and it came out in an interview from Jennifer Lawrence, because, no one watched her movie Die My Love with Robert Pattinson. It's streaming. You could watch it. I could watch it.
Is it a Colleen Hoover book?
Die My Love? I don't think so, but it is a depressing movie. It's about a mom with postpartum depression.
I can't do those.
Yeah, we have enough depressing things going on as it is. So anyway, she's, was doing this interview and they asked her if she ever knew that she was actively, kiboshed from ever getting a role. Because if you think about it, in every kind of, maybe every 5 years, there's a group of actresses that always are competing against the same role. Jennifer Lawrence, Emma Stone, I don't know who it is, but in that, it used to be Julia Roberts, Jennifer Aniston.
You grow out of it.
Well, there's a thing. Yeah, there's a thing. So what role did she never get? And she said, actually, there was a role where I know I was actively, lobbied against, and it was in 2017 when Quentin Tarantino was casting Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the retelling of the Manson murder, Sharon Tate, that was such a great movie.
It was a great movie.
Great movie. And that Cliff Booth, the sequel with Brad Pitt, just wrapped filming, FYI. But anyway, she said when he was casting, there was a group of us, blonde actresses of a certain age, that we knew we were all competing against each other for playing Sharon Tate in a Quentin Tarantino movie, which I got to believe in the acting world is like kudos. People want to act with him.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Yeah. So anyway, and it was Deborah Tate, Sharon's sister, who famously told TMZ, she was like at LAX, and they were casting, and she was cooperating, like she had a level of cooperation with Quentin Tarantino.
The Tate estate.
The Tate estate, that's right. And she flat out on tape told TMZ what they thought. What did she think of Jennifer Lawrence playing
Her sister
Sharon Tate? And she said, she's not pretty enough to play Sharon.
Oh. And didn't Margot Robbie get it?
Yes, and she really did look like Sharon Tate, and she was.
Oh, how would you like to hear that?
I mean, that was pretty rude, but Deborah Tate, she's got 0 Fs to give, I guess. And
she's probably
already lived
80,
through having her sister murdered. Yes, she was, I don't know, older or younger, but yeah, she said she's not pretty enough, and Jennifer Lawrence laughed about it and said, yeah, I know that's why I didn't get that role, because she didn't think I was pretty enough. And maybe Quentin said to her, I won't do it unless you think this person looks like your sister.
Sure. Because that would be so important.
But she could have kept that to herself. Just a little rude old gossip I wanted to remind people of. But Jennifer Lawrence told this story herself.
Well, yes, and I think she would make fun of herself that way because she's self-deprecating. She's a lovely person.
What role do you remember hearing? She gave the details. Yeah. Of course, it was already out there if anyone wanted to dig, but she saved us from having to dig. And Margot Robbie was a perfect
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That was so good.
She looked so much like her.
She really did.
Yeah. Anyway, did Hugh Jackman propose to Sutton Foster? That's what I want to know. Are they engaged? What do you know?
You know more than me.
What do you think? Would he get engaged a year after?
It's been more than a year, Lori.
No,
it's more than a year.
A year since they went public when we all knew that they were having an affair, like for 3 years.
I don't know, but he's hot.
Yeah.
Well, he's such a good...
Stay tuned to the another
Jackman,
podcast.
So yes, maybe it'll happen this week and we can update people. Engaged. Oh, gosh.
I just think it's a made-up headline.
I think so, too.
And Keith Urban is not living with this named 25-year-old country singer from Nashville. She went on her Instagram and said, I'm not living with Keith Urban. I'd love to play with him.
Sources have said that Hugh Jackman...
And Sutton.
He proposed over New Year's on a New Year's vacation to Costa Rica that they went on together. And they're waiting for her divorce to be finalized. That's right.
She's not divorced. And they have a child together.
Yes.
And the husband apparently
Ted Griffin.
He was blindsided.
Yes. This was a 2023 split when Hugh Jackman split from his wife, Deborah Lee Furness.
Who said she was betrayed.
Yeah.
In the worst way possible.
Yes. They're considering, so Hugh Jackman has 2 kids from his marriage with Deborah, and she has the one child, Sutton, and they're considering adopting also to expand their family.
They want to have one kid they can call their very own. Oh,
yours,
Lord.
mine, and ours.
And ours. Oh, Lord. Because she's 50, and he's 56. 50? Yeah.
Oh,
remember how much we loved her on Bunheads and Younger.
And Younger is the cutest show and I love that show.
Yeah, it's good. 6 seasons.
It's on. It's out there right now for people to watch. And it was so clever and fun. And I love Deborah Mazar. What's her name?
Mazar.
In that she's
cute.
I love that show.
So I heard an interview with Pamela Anderson, and if you were wondering why you didn't get a pick, because I really liked her look at the Golden Globes.
She looked gorgeous, I thought. Her hair was stunning.
It was glamorous hair.
Her non-makeup makeup.
It actually worked.
It did.
She had a little on. She had some kind of,
you need
if nothing else, a little tinted moisturizer.
Yes, yeah. Everyone wears that.
But anyway,
just to even out your skin.
After she presented, she left and went home to be with her dogs. You know why? Because she was seated right by Seth Rogen, who was one of the producers on Tom and Pammy.
And that was a
miniseries on
Miniseries.
Hulu with Lily James and playing and what's his name? That hot guy.
I'll find it. Just keep talking.
Yeah. Anyway, it was the story about the sex tape of
Yeah.
Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, and he was one of the producers, and he was in it. I think he plays one of the guys who steals the safe that has that tape in it.
Yes, he was.
And
And he Sebastian Stan.
oh, he was kind of a hot.
I
Tommy.
hated that show.
I hated that show too. I could only watch 2 episodes.
Yeah,
and
you
I
kind of
didn't like
liked it at the beginning, I think. I never liked it.
And it was also because she was also saying, this isn't right. They are telling my story without my permission.
Right.
Anyway, she just said, she talked to Andy Cohen about it, and she just said, you know, Seth Rogen never asked me, never brought it up afterwards. I'm completely unsettled when I'm around him. I'm not going to play that game. And I just left from backstage. I didn't even go back to my table. And I went home to be with my dogs. I'd rather be in bed than linger and feel yucky while I'm sitting there.
It's interesting seating, but you can't remember everyone's picadillos when you're doing the seating chart for the Golden Globes.
That was a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Pretty big one to miss.
I would
Anyone
think
with
so.
any Gossip Hound history would know that she's talked still about it. It's been part of how she's reclaimed her story, starting with that movie, The Last Showgirl, which she was so amazing
I still have
in.
not seen it.
Oh, you should watch that.
I should.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is kind of fierce, and she's someone who bugs the hell out of me. But she dances on a table to a great Pat Benatar song, I think.
She's a great actress.
Yeah.
Laurie.
Yeah, she
I
is.
think she's so good.
Yeah.
She is so good.
Anyway,
Okay.
our boyfriend,
Which one?
Bruno Mars, who feels such an affinity for
Because
him.
we were lucky enough to go with David Lazinski from First Equity Mortgage.
In 2024.
And
wasn't
we
it?
sat in the 5th row right in the center, and it was such
At
a
the Park
highlight.
MGM.
It was so much fun.
Because it had been delayed from COVID.
That's right.
His residency.
That's right.
And
He's such an entertainer. I've seen him here twice.
do you want to know when? It was 2017 and 2018 that we went
look
to
at
that
that.
show. Thank you, Chris Riemenschneider at the Star Tribune. He wrote a story, Bruno Mars, 12 years after he headlined the Super Bowl halftime show, he will be in football stadiums across the country on his 2026 tour at US Bank Stadium. And he's Anderson .Paak, who's Silk Sonic.
Yep.
He's going to be there. So they'll do some Silk Sonic songs. But he's also DJ Pee Wee, which is a bad name. But tickets have already gone on sale for the show. And it is, when is it? May 13th at the Viking Stadium.
Wow.
A month into his full scale. This is the first time he's done a stadium tour. He's always just done arenas.
Yeah, I bet he'll sell it out.
Well,
And he hasn't been on tour for a while. He's in Vegas.
not only that, Julia, he set a record for one-day ticket sales, beating Taylor Swift, and added 30 tour dates.
30?
30.
Oh, that's exhausting. That's too much.
But the tickets are, the demand is there. And then Harry Styles sent everybody into a meltdown because he announced his new album. Listen to the name.
Harry Styles. We haven't seen him for a while. And by the way, he is dating
Zoe Kravitz. They're very serious. They're crazy for each
Lenny
other.
Kravitz. But she gets serious with everybody, I feel like.
This is what we do.
Yeah.
First, you fall in lust
Yeah.
and have great sex, and then you fall in love. That's the way it works. Just ask the Heated Rivalry guys. Just ask anybody who's honest. That's how it starts. It starts with lust and sex, and then it ends in like and love. Or love and
There
like.
you go. Well, you have to have a connection.
So Harry Styles, he's going to do a Madison Square Garden residency.
I love that.
Okay. The title of the album, which is coming out on March 6th, is this. Kiss All the Time, period. Disco occasionally.
That is such a clever. I like the name, but
It's so good. It's so good.
He is so good. So he's going to have a residency there because, of course, Billy Joel isn't doing his anymore.
Right.
Although he did perform, I think, like a week ago at Madison
Yeah.
Square Garden.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
have you
that's
ever seen a
happening.
concert there?
No, because it's a terrible place to see a concert unless you're on the floor or you're in a strategically placed suite. It's so big.
Yeah.
It's like 50,000 people or something like that. And I only know this from my friends who've gone to concerts there. My window of time to go in a strategically boxed suite or
Is
on
over.
the floor
That
is
person
over.
no
That
longer has
person
that
no
job.
longer.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
When our sweet friends are no longer working there, we loved the suites at
Right.
Harvard. That was a very fun experience. It's ruined me for life.
Yeah. So anyway, but maybe, Harry could do a Sphere residency in Las Vegas very easily.
Yes, he could.
He and Zoe are figuring out their schedules, and he's seen when he wants to work and when is she filming. So and Lenny Kravitz did a clap and a heart on Harry's Instagram with the kiss all the time, disco occasionally, because that's all Harry put up.
Right.
Was just the title of the album.
So they're still.
Yeah, they're very much together. They're very much having great sex.
I just worry about she falls in love with whoever she's filming with.
Julia,
but Harry Styles was on the out. I mean, who wouldn't want to be with
it's an
their star?
important, but when you're dating in the high caliber world that she's dating in, okay, it'd be more easily if you're dating in the regular dregs of the regular real world.
Right.
We have to kiss a lot more frogs. She's starting at a higher A level.
Is.
Higher, just
She starts in the penthouse. Yep.
Yes.
She's only goes down. Yep.
Yeah.
I believe it. Okay, so I have to tell you, I went and saw the play Somewhere at the Guthrie.
Oh.
I loved it. It's based in 1959, and the musical West Side Story is being filmed, and the play has captured the hearts of Puerto Ricans in New York City.
Okay, that's the story of Somewhere.
That's going on, and it's about a family trying to make it in show business.
Ooh, I love this.
And
this sounds so good.
They take dance, they do this, but then their dad goes away and they have to make money, so there's choices being made. But it's a small cast, but there's dance. And
is it fabulous?
Yeah, and I loved it.
Oh.
And the woman who played the mom, she was fabulous. Her name is Inez. Well, this is what she played. She was Inez, and her name is Maggie Bofill. She was wonderful. And Alejandro was played by Preston Perez. I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Oh, good.
And it's at the Guthrie through February 1st.
Sweet.
So
it's going to be very cold. It's all inside activities.
To that point, the Mall of America you can walk at. We've got like Bielenberg here. You can walk in soccer fields. Look for different
determined
places.
to get people out walking. It's how do
I'm
we get from our steps to
try to get
the car
myself.
if your car isn't attached?
I'm trying to get myself to move. Lori, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Because I get in my car warm.
Yes.
That does make a difference. Okay, I feel like we've done the pod. I can't wait.
What? Are we already done?
Yes.
There's so much more to talk about.
We want you to, if you like us and you enjoy us, please let your friends know.
Please.
Maybe peek in at this episode. And you can like us. We have a website, LoriandJulia.com. Just send people there. It shows everybody where you can listen to us, where you listen to all your podcasts. But please, we would love, love, love it if you shared it. And again, if you have any questions or comments for us, go to our Instagram page and direct message Lori. She loves it.
That's right. I just learned about doing that too. So
I know.
I think I know.
I still don't think I know, Lori. We're so behind. All right. Have a great day, everybody. We're Lori and Julia, and we are
still loud.